So I was doing some severe high intensity training. Even though I don't allow my body to take on damage, I might have experienced a slight fracture to my metacarpus. So I need to deploy my skeletal protective linear integrity nesting treatment. You little bitches might know it as Splint. Splint. This is proven to give a skeletal structure the strength of 100 men. 100. The assault on American agriculture has begun. This is a cellular telephone device. This morning, I was performing a nano unit tactical stealth attack circuit killing sweep. We like to call that the nutsack. It's where I go around by myself, sneaking up on all the devices that spy on us and destroy them. In the middle of my sweep, I discovered that the device autonomously connected to an off-site data bank owned by government subcontractors. Once the device was connected to the data bank, it started to overwrite the previously installed software with a new unknown software. All the critical information was wrong. The real time was 0400, but the device said it was 1600. I've trained my external flesh membrane to detect the exact ambient temperature. Right now it's 62.5 degrees in here. This device claims it's 34 Fahrenheit. The question is, why? Why are they giving us data that contains false information? It's the crops, don't you see? The crops. They want us to starve ourselves by ensuring that our crops do not yield. They're trying to discombobulate us by making us think it's night when it's day, and make us think it's too cold for our crops. Do you know the FDA, or as I like to call them, the Federal Dipshit Administration, says there's an acceptable amount of bugs allowed in rice intended for human consumption? Do you think they mean the little creatures that crawl around in terra firma? The answer is no. They're talking about auditory capturing devices. It's too dangerous to continue this transmission with this rice in here. You need contingencies. And you need contingencies for your contingencies. You need contingencies for your contingencies also. The spherical incubation device is naturally produced by Gallus domestica. If inseminated, the incubation chamber can support and produce life. If that life is brought to maturity, the flesh will contain highly nutritious nutrition. If the incubation device is not inseminated, the contents will not be a life form. However, because it's not a life form, maturity is not an issue and it can be ingested immediately. You have to think about this type of stuff. Contingencies. Have you ever seen Jurassic Park? Think it can't happen? Wrong. Wrong. Contingencies. Quit relying on government compromised electronic devices to tell you things that you can learn by simply going to this thing called outside. You know it's night when you can't see anymore and you're tired. You know it's morning when you wake up and you're hungry. Plant your crops when you know it's time to plant your crops, not when the government tells you it's time. Raise your own protein. When the shit goes down and everyone is starving to death, you'll be living like a king. Panic Prepper 1, out.
Nutsack.
Nano unit tactical stealth.
Circuit.
I can't fucking turn this thing. Just a tip. The spherical I guess I should have looked for the fucking power. That egg is all over this power switch. 100.